So the holidays are here, ammo's getting expensive, your family might be in town, you probably don't have very much time to get to the range, and even if you do you really want to spend that much ammo? Well, here's 5 tips for you for how to train off the range. And yes, while dry fire is great, that's not what we're talking about today. So one of the easiest ways to train just around your house is to live in your gear. Put on your plate carrier, put your helmet on if you want to. You'll get a sense for the hot spots you're going to experience, any snag hazards, the general comfort of your gear and equipment, and you'll understand how you might need to reposition some things to make it work for you even better. You want your gear to be functional and you want to understand it. Think of professionals who live in this stuff and really do understand their gear and have customized it to their preferences.
Hey babe,
Ready for a workout? So this follows directly from the previous tip. Working out in your gear is one of the best ways to anticipate any issues that you might have while in training or in competition. One of the biggest benefits is that you'll be able to identify any loose equipment, right? There's nothing more embarrassing than having a magazine fall out while you're training, or your radio push-to-talk might snap off of your gear. You need to understand any of these issues ahead of time so that your first time experiencing them isn't on the range. Let me give you an example. So I like to work out every once in a while with my rifle slung. I don't do this all the time because, well, it's not great for your body. It's very asymmetric and it can cause issues if you're to do this all the time. But as an occasional experiment, it works very well. So one thing that I noticed while training with my rifle is it's very hard to keep it slung and keep it tight to your body when you're doing push-ups or burpees, for example. And so I wanted to be able to retain my rifle better. Enter this Eagle Industries weapon catch. Now, the way they normally come, they don't have enough of a tail to fully wrap around your gun. So what I do is I actually extended the Velcro to allow me to hold my rifle tight against my body using this weapon catch. So I had to improvise. Now, this is still relatively easy to deploy. Simply pull it out and you're good to go. Not the best solution, but it seems to work very well. I also added a little bit of Velcro in the back here to catch this. Now, I'm using Velcro tape. This is sticky on one side and has either hook or loop on the other. You usually get them in pairs, so you have some hook and some loop. And this allows you to create all kinds of custom solutions. I'll give you another example. So I have this Team Windy bump helmet with a weight on the back, a counterweight, to balance with the night vision. I don't have any on here right now, but when I have night vision, this helps to balance it. And this would shake around a lot because there's nothing holding it to the helmet except for this helmet cover. So I wanted to retain the weight even better. I used Velcro tape to put these cords on the side here that hook directly into this slot and go under and Velcro to the inside of the helmet. And this holds this on. It keeps it from falling off entirely, and more importantly, it keeps it stable when I'm moving around so it's not bouncing up and down the back of my head, which would be very annoying and potentially noisy. So finding creative solutions to the problems that you're having with your gear is such an important skill. I'll give you another example. When I have this weapon retained in this weapon catch, one thing that happens is this strap will sometimes get tight and will start to choke me out. So to avoid that, I installed this little sling catch. This one's from 100 Concepts. Great guys. Really recommend their products. Pretty much their entire lineup is just excellent. And this catches right here, keeps it from choking me out. You can put this on your recce rigs, you can put this on your plate carriers, you can put this on your backpacks as well. It has a number of uses. This is just one particular use case, and it's a great product, not very expensive. I'll put a link down in the description. So again, this is really well retained. If I strap this in, I could do burpees with this. And yeah, it's a little bit uncomfortable. It's a little awkward. It kind of hits my legs sometimes. But just being able to drop to the ground, get back up without losing all of your equipment, without losing control of your rifle, right? I still have it close and controlled. This is really helpful. And this is the kind of stuff I learned how to do by working out in my gear, by having high expectations for the comfort that I would experience. After being in it long enough, I'm finding ways to fix any problems that I'm having because comfort is important. Now, there are different kinds of workouts you can do. CrossFit's great. That'll prep you well for tactical games if that's your thing. Rucking is another fantastic way to test your gear. You can throw on a backpack. You can either do it with a recce rig or you can do it over a plate carrier. Load it up with 20 to 40 pounds of gear and just start walking. You'll get a better sense for your footwear. You'll know how to work around blisters, and you'll start to identify comfort problems that you have with your backpack that you don't really see after 1 or 2 miles, but once you get to 6, you're really starting to feel. And if you're prepping to maybe have to walk all day with that backpack, you want to have these things figured out ahead of time. I understand logistically this is kind of tough for a lot of people, so one thing I like to do is find a local park that is open at night, and I go there and I do my whole workout under nods, so I'm not bothering anyone and I'm not bothered. But of course, know your local laws, especially if you plan to do any open carry. So room clearing in CQB is one of those things that you probably will never have to do in real life, but if you do, you don't want that to be the first time you've ever done it. So clear your house, literally get everyone out of your house, grab a few buddies, and practice clearing your home room by room. If you want to make it more of a force on force thing, get a Mantis Blackbeard and actually do some indoor laser tag. I actually did this as part of my brother's bachelor party. We were up at an Airbnb in the mountains, and we just brought a bunch of equipment and did a whole room clearing, force on force laser tag style competition. It was a lot of fun.
Nerd alert!
Hey babe, do you know where the tape measure is?
Yeah.
Oh no, that one's not long enough. Actually, it's okay, I got this. Estimating distances without a rangefinder of some sort is very difficult, but it's a good skill to have. You want to be able to see approximately how far away things are and make a reasonable estimate, because you might not always have time to use a laser rangefinder. So what I like to do is when I'm hiking, when I'm walking around, if I'm at the beach, take a rangefinder and just kind of guess that building is, a mile away. And then you tag it with your rangefinder and you know how far it actually is.
That's 11? Wow. So what about that far one? 13, 14?
12, 9.
And just keep guessing like that on various things. If you're in the mountains, say that peak, I think it's about 500 yards away. Look through it. Okay, it's actually 550 or 600. It's great practice and a lot of fun. This particular rangefinder is a Sig Sauer Kilo 140080X. So it's a 6X magnification rangefinder. It does not have any illumination on it, which is fine. I probably would like something with some illumination because at night this becomes very hard to use, although it's pretty hard to use anyway at night. I've liked it just fine. I don't know that it's the best. I don't know that it's what I would recommend people. I got it for what I thought was a deal a while ago, but I didn't really know anything at the time. It's been great for me, so if this is one of the cheaper ones you can find, this has totally met my needs up to this point. If I need to upgrade, maybe I'll tell you sometime. Hey babe, come look at this. I just finished my training plan. What do you think? So as you're heading into the new year, a great way to spend some of your time over the holidays is seriously thinking about what you want to accomplish in 2024. Of course, this is nothing new. New Year's resolutions are a thing, but I mean specifically in terms of firearms training. This could include classes that you'd like to take, skills that you'd like to improve on. This could include a reading list with books like the Ranger Handbook. This should include a budget with things that you'd like to purchase in 2024 and how you plan to save up for those accordingly. This is a great way to be intentional going into the new year, and even if you don't accomplish everything, that intentionality should lend itself to some better results next year. Hopefully this video's got some of your mental juices flowing. Kayla's got some juices of her own flowing, often inside the house, on the carpet. Not very good. She's not very happy to be here because she's not a big fan of the camera, but she is cute. Alright, that's it guys. Happy holidays, happy Thanksgiving, and I'm sure I'll see you before Christmas, but if not, I'll catch you later.